Well, you guys, we're going to have some fun today. Hey, what do you think about the market? Getting tired of getting beat up the last couple of years? Yeah, you know, we got buyers that are waiting for better prices. We've got sellers that aren't happy with their equity. And we've got things on the horizon that might surprise us and disappoint us in regards to interest rates. So is there going to be enough business for us? You know, I got to tell you that as the business gets worse, you're going to see more agents leave the market. You're going to see that there's going to be good business left over. So the question is, how do we grab the remaining business? And so I personally coach about 18 of the top 50 real estate agents in North America. Most of them from much worse markets than you guys are currently in. And I tell you, we are doubling nets all over the country by just attaching our focus on the most profitable aspects of real estate. And sometimes you guys are working stuff. You know, the great lie in real estate is that, you know, if you work something in real estate hard enough, eventually you're going to make money from it. Why don't we just work the stuff that makes the most money in the least amount of time? Does that make sense to you guys? And sometimes we don't have a long list of those things so that we know when we're implementing something new, we're implementing profitable systems. So would you guys spend the next 3 hours with me? We're just going to fly by. We'll have a quick little break at about 10:15. And you know, we're going to write down stuff today that's going to change your life. I mean, I've been doing this for 35 years. I'm passionate about this business. I was speaking at the Illinois State Convention in 1990, and I'm single, and out in the crowd as this little light shines upon the face of this lady, and I met her afterwards, and I asked her to come to California to see the trappings of a successful real estate career, because when you don't have a great personality, you have to have props, right? So I was telling her about stuff, and I flew her to California, and the rest is kind of history. And she said, well, gosh, Walter, you know, if you want this relationship to go anywhere, you're going to have to move to Kankakee, Illinois. I said, sure I will. And so now I live in Kankakee, Illinois. And you guys, I got to tell you, there is no difference between profitable real estate systems between Southern California and any town in Illinois. It's what you pay attention to. So let's see if we can't understand some of the stuff to make it easier for you. And you're going to say, well, I don't have the time to become a top producer. I don't want to be a killer top mega star producer. I want to work 3 days a week. That's fine. I just want you to do good stuff 3 days a week. Is that okay? And I want to work less than 40 hours a week. That's what all my coaching clients do. So I'm not talking about devoting your life to this, all right? Because there's other things about life, isn't there? What are they? F words, right? Family, and fun, and faith, and fitness, and personal finances. You guys with me on this stuff? So you guys all have a calendar, and between today and the webinars, we're going to customize a schedule for you. Because if I can keep your eye on the ball on the most profitable things in real estate, I'm talking about easily doubling your net take-home pay in the next 12 months. Easily. In fact, we do 3 and 4 times many times by just putting your eye on the ball and doing smart stuff rather than doing stupid stuff. Is there stupid stuff you could do? Can you work rotten, bad short sales that never had a chance in hell to close? Can you work them for 3 months? And then wonder why you have nothing closing for the next 3 months after that? Yeah, man. So let's see if we can't get this list a little bit more understandable. Leverage. You don't work the leverage in this business, you're going to bust your rear. You're going to wear out. Anybody ever burn out in this business? Anybody ever wake up and go, wow, man, I love this business, but I just don't have the energy to go to work today. Ever been there? Now let me see if we can get you excited about this stuff again. 3 areas of leverage in this business. Number 1, every top agent in this country works, and by a top agent, I'm talking about somebody that makes a huge income 3 days a week, or somebody that's the top agent in a franchise that works 5.5 days a week, okay? These are massively efficient real estate agents. What do they work? Do they work buyers or sellers? Man, for 40 years it's been They don't spend any money generating buyer leads. Now, I know that Obama's given $6,500 and $8,000, and I understand how wonderful that is, okay? It didn't change anything. The people who have the inventory make all the money. Why is that? Because the least expensive, most effective method for finding a stupid buyer. What did I say, least expensive? Most effective method for finding a buyer is what? Having a stupid sign-up. This isn't a hard business, man. And then you get sucked into 28 different websites, and guess what? You've got contacts that want to know more about a decent listing, yes? And nobody in the top echelon of real estate spends money or time soliciting buyer leads, which means we have a low emphasis on cute 3-bedroom, 2-bath cream puff ads in the Harmon Homes, Homes and Land magazine that you guys are killing yourselves trying to pay for every month. We generate listing leads, guys. Now, when you have a listing, what happens? Well, I'm going to show you how we have about an 18 to 22% chance to double end it. There's a massive profit pusher. You guys okay about double ending a transaction? Yeah. The agency police haven't showed up and arrested anybody, right? You see, when you have double end transaction, what do you have? Twice as much money, 2 happy people going into a past client database, and about a third less pain, right? Isn't that correct? Got more control over the transaction. So me increasing your double end transactions would be a major way to increase your net. You guys agree? Yep. Okay. So when you have a listing, you have the chance of double ending it. You also put in play all the agents and all the offices who will go out and schlep buyers around in the snow showing your listing for free, or they get half your commission. You guys with me on that? And it's producing your buyer leads. Do you understand where having a listing provides you a little leverage in this business? Now here's the problem with my system. We're going to produce a lot more inventory. We're going to take inventory from all those other lines on that sheet, okay? And we're going to have more listings. We're going to have more buyer contacts. Pretty soon with more listings, you're going to say, Walter, I am so busy working with this scum-sucking buyer, I don't have any more time to generate listing leads. You guys ever notice that? When you get a lot of listings, all of a sudden you're working with a lot of buyers, then all of a sudden all your listing lead generation goes to heck. You with me on this stuff? It'll happen, I promise you. So do you think possibly we should be working in this market with only motivated buyers? You want to work with non-motivated buyers?
No, you're right, we want
okay, yeah. Now, since buyers are the least profitable aspect of the real estate business, I promise you, what segment of buyers should we be working? Motivated ones, right? Is it hard to find motivated buyers? When Neil Cavuto on Fox News is saying every night that it's better to rent than buy? Still? Yeah, it's harder to find motivated buyers. So how do buyers prove to you that they're motivated? You guys, who's new? Who's a year or 2 years or less in the business? 2 years or less in the business. Do they disclose to you that you work for free until close? Was that disclosed to you? Yeah. Yes, you do. And what happens is that when you have a buyer who's not truly motivated, what can they do to you? Man. And when you're showing 18 homes, what is that to you? That's an overhead item, right? On your business? So wouldn't we want to work with a buyer who's going to make a decision faster? So how do you know if a buyer is motivated, you guys? I'm going to teach you that today. We are going to ask buyers to jump through very pleasing and value-filled hoops. And if they can't jump through pleasing and value-filled hoops, then we're going to go ahead and maybe decide that there's more profitable business to do that we talk about today. Does that make sense to you? We're going to be working with less buyers, more sellers. Our net is going to go up. We're going to start paying off high interest rate debt, and at the end of the year we're going to go, wow, I've got $18,000 I don't know what to do with. It's like a brand new concept in real estate. It's called a savings account. And what we're going to do is we're going to enter into the third piece of leverage. And that is that buyers and sellers pay you guys every day to evaluate the inventory. You guys with me on that? They pay you every day to evaluate the inventory. Do you ever bump into